Welcome to KGW News at 5 o'clock. We are starting with rising gas prices. The average price for a gallon of gas in Portland is, this is painful, $5.47. Yeah. That's according to Gas Buddy.
And that's not a typo.
No, that's 20 cents higher than it was last week. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laurel Porter.
And I'm David Moko. Let's go ahead and bring in Brian Clerkley. Brian, you have been talking to rideshare drivers who have to cover these increased costs out of pocket. So what does their reality look like right now? What are they doing about it?
Hey, well, a lot of the riders or a lot of the people that use rideshare are taking extra rides just to cover the price of gas. And as you can see behind me, the gas prices are at $6.19 a gallon. But earlier when we were out here today, they were at $5.99. And gas prices just continue to go up. Prices in Portland are 60 cents higher than a month ago and $2 higher than a year ago.
For driving Uber and Lyft, I mean, I enjoy the job and the gas prices hurt, but it's like the tips help. You know, people can tip. They understand that we're just trying to make it. That's all we're trying to do.
Uber and Lyft driver April Berg Davis is feeling the pain at the pump. According to AAA, the national average is $4.87 a gallon. The average in Oregon is $5.42. Across the river in Washington, it's $5.40. And in Portland, it's $5.47. All of these numbers are record highs. Those prices cut into earnings for Berg Davis, who's been driving for Uber and Lyft for 4 years.
So I will go where the bonuses are. I chase bonuses, but not. It's hard.
AAA says gas prices will continue to climb. The major driving factor is a tight global supply of crude oil. Over in southeast Portland, DoorDash drivers are picking up their orders from what's called a ghost kitchen. Some of the drivers are optimistic despite rising gas prices.
It's definitely not the end of the world. DoorDash is still doable, it's still like profitable and everything. It just costs a little bit more money to get started in the beginning of the day, you know? So maybe I have to do like an extra delivery or two to get like my needs met the same way they were like a week or two ago.
But other DoorDash drivers say they are taking a huge hit to business because of gas prices. And if prices increase, they might have to make more adjustments.
I would probably really be super selective on which dashes I took. The price would have to be very high and the tip high.
Back in downtown Portland, Enrique Gutierrez runs a food cart. He says it's been expensive getting to and from work.
Oh man, they're crazy. I don't even want to drive anymore. I'd rather take the scooter everywhere in downtown or just not use a car at all anymore and just take the light rail or, you know, it's too much money.
And AAA says the demand for gas could keep going up as the summer travel season continues. AAA also says the desire for people to travel after the pandemic might outweigh the rising gas prices. And other drivers I spoke with say that they still plan to hit the road this summer despite the prices. David, Laurel.
Boy, it's just hard on everybody. Who would have imagined it would be up over $6 there? Thank you, Bryant. Let's talk more about the pandemic. For the first time in months, Washington hospital leaders held a briefing about COVID, and today they said hospitalizations are once again rising in Washington state. The latest data from the Department of Health shows about 500 hospitalizations every week. That's up from a low of about 160 hospitalizations back in mid-April, but it's still well below the January peak of 2,100. About 10% of hospital beds right now are occupied by COVID-19 patients. Meanwhile, there could be an end in sight for Oregon's latest COVID surge. Infections have been rising for the last 2 months, but health officials say cases could start declining by mid-June. OHSU's latest forecast expects hospitalizations to max out on June 14th with 313 patients. That's slightly lower and later than predicted in its previous report in May. Millions of COVID vaccine doses have been wasted in the United States. According to the CDC, from December 2020 through mid-May, pharmacies, states, and federal agencies discarded over 82 million COVID vaccines. 2 retail pharmacy chains, CVS and Walmart, were responsible for more than a quarter of vaccines thrown away during that time period. The wasted doses include some that expired before they could be used, and others were tossed at the end of the day when no one wanted the last few doses in an opened vial.
Well, strike avoided tonight, a month or so after nurses at Providence St Vincent voted to walk out. The hospital says it now has a tentative agreement with their union. Providence and the Oregon Nurses Association have been negotiating a new contract for about 8 months now. So this tentative agreement covers close to 1,600 registered nurses. Now, this is just the first step. Nurses still have to vote to approve it. Keep in mind also, this is only for St. Vincent. Negotiations are ongoing at Providence, Willamette Falls, Milwaukee, and Hood River.
Wait times at Oregon's DMV are getting longer. The department's dealing with a statewide staffing shortage. 6 locations have closed and 6 others have cut back days and hours. We checked on the office in downtown Portland and found customers peeking into the windows wondering what's going on. For the time being, this Portland location's only open Thursday and Friday.
If they know they need to come into a field office for something that can't be done online, like being issued a real ID, to plan ahead and either make an appointment or go online and check the office hours for an office they plan to visit.
The Oregon DMV also wants you to know it is hiring. You can find more about the job opportunities and the cutbacks in our story on KGW.com.
For 12 years, and pulling up to the school and knowing that this is the last place Kyron was. I can't even explain the anguish and the heartache.
It still hurts all of our hearts. This weekend marked 12 years. Since then, 7-year-old Kyron Horman disappeared from his Portland elementary school.
And his case remains an active investigation. His family, as you heard, they have done this many, many times over the years. They are once again asking the community for help. Kyron was last seen June 4th, 2010 at a science fair at Skyline Elementary. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released a new age-progressed image, this one here, of what he could look like today at the age of 19. Now, he has brown hair, blue eyes, may still be wearing glasses, and has a distinct V-shaped birthmark on his forehead. Now, here's more of what his mother shared on the 12th anniversary of his disappearance.
We thought that we wouldn't be here. And here we are.
Here we are again. The Multnomah County Sheriff's Office tells us it is still actively investigating. Now, anyone with information here, no matter how small, about the disappearance of Kyron Horman is asked to call their tip line.
We will always hope Kyron comes home.